Hello my friends, I'm about to bring you around 20 pristine show gardens, another 10 postcard gardens and a load more little display gardens. You are in for a floral feast. I am at Bloom, I have snuck in. So there is a media day where they let you preview it, but I've come at the last minute so I can preview it and show you the gardens when there's no people, hardly any people. So that I can walk around the gardens and actually show them to you and give you lots of ideas. They might kick me out because I'm also going to try and get out the back where you're not allowed so I can show you the postcard gardens. They're like these little community gardens where I think you get loads of ideas, and then the display gardens from the nurseries. So I like to compare Bloom to Chelsea. I like to call it the Irish Chelsea Flower Show. Now it is like a food and garden festival. Today I'm just showing you gardens. So you're in for a treat, and I'm going to show you planting things that caught my eye that is realistic and achievable in your own garden. Yes, we love the aspirational and the pretty fancy displays, but for me, I want to show things that you can bring back and do in your own garden. And we will just have a ramble around and we can see what is kind of trendy at the minute, even though I'm not a fan of trendy plants. But I hope you enjoy. Get yourself a nice drink. I have a feeling this is going to be a long vlog, but let's get into it. Okay, welcome. So this is the greenway into Bloom. Now this is the day before, and I'm going to bring you to the press preview of the gardens. But this is what it is looking like at the minute. There was a security man who wouldn't let me walk the other way. Maybe they saw last year I went walkabouts, because I was like, oh, do I need a high vis? And he's like, no. What if I go walkabouts? And he's like, well, I'm here to stop you going walkabouts. So I will try and sneak out to show you the budding gardeners' gardens, but I might get caught. Okay, this is the dream. It is lovely and quiet. So I'm going to start with the first garden that I come across. It won't be in order. There is 20 gardens. So this is number 17, Shared Roots, Common Shade. And this is European Commission one, and the Mount Venus nursery. So let's go in and have a little look. I've noticed this the past couple of years at Bloom. There's been some gardens where just everybody can walk through, so they're not hidden behind a velvet rope. Now this feels like a woodland, and I'm always baffled by how quick they just make these show gardens. So we've got lots of trees, and you know what, if you have a shady border, this is amazing. And all of these gardens, they always manage to make them look well established, but they literally were not here last week. Like even all of the moss and all of the, like there's a little, is that a buttercup? I don't know what it is, but I'm like, how did they do that? So this is beautiful. So this is garden number 17, but I will leave a link for if you want more details of the garden. Now this next one over here with the greenhouse, this is a Fingal garden. I saw them setting it up and it has this cool greenhouse in it, so I'm going to bring you into that one next. Okay, I have to go back to the garden I really want to see because they are judging, so it's okay. I have another garden for you, so this next one I'll spin you around. Number 16, Empowering at Every Step. Designer Robert Moore. Marie Keating is the sponsor. AstraZeneca, Gilead. What? If you watch The Handmaid's Tale. So there's the details there. And this one is another walk through garden. So we have some path inspiration. I've also just noticed, I don't know if you can see, there's like a footprint. So here is some paving inspo, and I love how this is like not perfect. And then here's the planting. So again, we've got lots of trees, and then the underplanting is looking very wild and whimsy. I'm seeing foxgloves. Let me know, does anyone know what these ones are here? They kind of look like, oh, what, Astrantia? No, but I'm not sure what they are. So we've got lots of whimsical planting. We have a cozy corner, and I've just realised the fences have been painted in black. I've noticed a lot of show gardens have been doing that over the years. It's to like draw your eye away from the fence. Okay, this next one is garden number 15, and this is the Q102 garden. So I listened to them in the morning and I've heard them talking about this garden. So there is some of the details there. So Charlene Osborne, garden design, is the designer, and suppliers, Dulux New Leaf Compost, and sponsored by Q102. Now this is the first garden I've seen that has lots of colour in it. The last two were very like woodland, whereas I really like the border here. Now, apologies, there is a tractor behind me. I'm going to wait for that to pass. But I love this garden because I feel like this is the size of like a common semi-detached garden. And the planting, like, we could totally do them borders. I love this shady border here. There is some ferns, hostas. Hostas wouldn't last a minute. We have my favourite, Brunner Jack Frost, Heuchera. That's an Astrantia over there. And you have a lovely tree above it. I don't know what the trees are. And then in the sunnier spot over here, you've got like more perennial planting. Oh, we've got some sea holly, and then there's a lovely little bee on the sea holly as well. I feel like you could totally achieve this planting. And then you have the little feature. They look like they're made of willow, but I'm not sure. And then again with the dark coloured fence behind it. Now this one does have a rope on it, so I'm not sure if you can walk through this one. The colour of this shed, which is a really nice sagey colour. I'm going to assume it's a Dulux colour because they are sponsoring the show. There is no colour details on it. It's quite nice, very, very sagey. And they've also done the table over there in the same colour. Yeah, I do. The black fence, it does make the plants pop. I don't know if you can see, there is some climbing. I think it's jasmine going up the wall, and it looks really nice. Okay, time for another garden because the other one is still being judged. So, I really like this one because it has raised beds. Look at these raised beds here. How cool are they? So, M&S, they must be a sponsor, but we have the gravel, the raised bed, which they're not double height, and then you have this feature in the middle, and then there is some detail on the back. The planting is lovely actually. If you look down here, it's interplanted between like the stone pavers. And then if you come down here, you have lots of iris and salvia. Seems to be the mix in between these. Now I love the height that's in this. I think this is fab. There is some astilbe, which I always kill astilbe, but they seem to be okay here. And I love seeing that there's actually some bumblebees and some bees in this foliage. I'll get the garden details on this one. I'm not sure what number it is, but I love the height. I love the trees mixed in. It looks a bit wild, but that's the first time I've seen lots of iris, so that's really nice to see. So the details on that garden is garden number 14, where trust takes roots, sponsored by M&S designer Scott D. Renwick. So there is details there, but you can check out more if you want to learn more about the gardens. I'll pop a link on screen. So this looks like you can also... Okay, so I've just come inside this one, and if you are an entertainer, I think you would absolutely love this. I feel like I need to get into the brick lane, but this is lovely, and it is so warm at the minute. I fancy a bit of this. But here's a closer look at that planting. What I love about this is you can't get a weed in there. So we've got some catmint over here. Catmint, and then the iris. That's a really cool combo. Now I don't know what this one is. See this one? So yeah, I love that. A weed cannot get in. Now also something else cool I've seen is there is chamomile in the cracks. So this is chamomile. I'm sure it smells lovely, and it's grown in between the cracks of the pavers, which is really, really cool. I wonder, is chamomile drought tolerant? But I just thought that was like very clever. And on the back we have more plants in here, but it seems to be, we've got a shrub here which is good for an old hedge. We've got more catmint, and then I'm not too sure what these ones are, but I really like this garden. I imagine it would be very expensive, but yeah, so this is sponsored by Marks and Spencer's. I like the pond detail as well. I really want to dip my foot in that because it's very warm, but I fear I'll get kicked out. So there's another little look at the planting. Okay, this is the one that I really wanted to go into, and the people are finally out. Well, there's a few people there, but they're not judging. So this is Fingal Nurturing Communities. So this, let me get so this is garden number 18, sponsored by Fingal County Council. And is there designer details? Oh, Áit Urbanism Landscape. And there's a bit of detail there. But when I was looking at this online, it was kind of like a community garden feel to it. And what I like about this is there is a community garden in Fingal, not too far from me. And they have lots of like raised planters like this, and you can volunteer as well. So I wanted to have a little look. Now, something I really like about this as well is accessibility. So there's lots of paths that I feel like will be easy for accessibility. So if anybody is in a wheelchair or has like a mobility scooter, everything is like nice and spaced out, and it has a path, so it's not really narrow. Now, they need to tell me the secret for the sweet peas, because look at these sweet peas. Mine are literally a little nubbin. Now this garden has been judged, so I'm allowed to sniff. Oh, the smell of sweet peas. If you haven't grown sweet peas, get on it. So I'll bring you around. So there's this like giant structure here that looks like a greenhouse. And then there's all these raised beds here. And I love the colour of them. I think they're metal as well, are they? Yeah, they feel like a ceramic. And then in here, this looks like a reclaimed floor with the tile. And I've just noticed as well, there is some tables here, which is kind of what I was thinking for the greenhouse, but with a bit of detail on them. So I do love these, and they look like they have been torched with when you torch it with a thing to seal the wood. So I do like that. Now, one thing, if I was a judge, there's pencil marks on the wood. Would I dock them a point for that? I don't know, I'm not a judge. Planting is beautiful, and I absolutely love this nasturtium. So this is one of these living wall systems. So oh look, the little robin. So this is, I don't know if you can see, the living wall plastic system, and they're just planted into it. But I absolutely love that they've got nasturtiums. I think, is this a begonia? I don't really like them, but it looks lovely on this wall. So I just think that is absolutely beautiful, and a great use of the wall as well. Can probably tell that this is my favourite garden. So I was just chatting to the ladies, and everything is reclaimed. They got free stuff off adverts. Obviously the structure like this is built, but the tables, I was chatting to the guy who made them, and the ceramics is, you saw the tap I zoomed in on with the ceramics on it. That's from like a woman who works in Fingal. and she made them. The planters, I did ask actually, it is for accessibility because it is supposed to be like a community garden, so that's why they're different heights as well, and people can get next to them. Just making sure my mic is on. And this is my favourite because I feel like this is realistic. There's no pretentiousness about it. It is just so nice. We've got a mix of edibles, perennials. I just love it. Love it. And the floor is reclaimed. They're doing up, I think it's Brackenstown and Swords, one of the wall gardens, and that's the floor that's going to be going into it. So I love this. We've got like seed trays here. This is hands down gold from me. I love it in this one. Look, there's even seed heads. Hang on. I'm going to turn it around. Look, everything down to the little seed heads here. So I absolutely love this. Now they have kicked everyone out, or else they haven't, they've left, but I'm not finished. So I'm going to just go around and finish the gardens because I'm not going home. Okay, so this next one, this one is garden number 19. Nature and Balance designer is Linda McKeown. And what I love about this one, but I have seen this last year, is, so see the way it's like a grassland path? There was a garden here last year who did something similar. They had the like wild meadow. So you know what, this is my grass at home in the meadow patch. I should be getting a gold. So I did see this last year. Don't think they're copying, but we have seen this before if you look at last year's video. And then we have trees, native planting in the back. We have a feature over there that looks like a cow. And then we have water, that looks like a water trug right there. And then we have these, see that square feature? I'm not mad on them. I think they're quite masculine or something. I just don't think you would have a square pergola like that in your garden, but then again, this is, I suppose, aspirational, isn't it? Whereas I do think, going back to the garden that I love, you would have a greenhouse like that in your garden. Anyway, I'm going to be biased now for the rest of the video because I have found my favourite garden, so nothing else will be able to compare. But I do like that the wild grass is there because it makes me feel better about my garden. And then the planting is, are they Sweet Williams, the pink ones? Are they Sweet William? I'm not sure. It is nice, but I prefer the other one. Okay, I'm going to bring you over to this side because there is some judging happening. And okay, similar planting here. What garden? Now this garden looks a little bit like the last one. So we have salvia. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. This feels like a back garden. So we have pergola with the rusty beam. I don't know what they're called. We have a bit of a shade on this. We have a really nice seating area. And then I don't know if you can see at the back, there's like a, kind of like a folded up kids play area. Like it folds out. I'm not sure what that is. I'll see if I can get inside. And then a water feature. Let me get more details on this garden for you. But it definitely looks more like a family garden with lovely, lovely planting. So this is it here. I think this is the citron garden. So let me find the details here for you. So this is garden number 11, sponsored by citron designer Joshua Fenton. So I'm going to see if I can sneak inside. Lots of salvia, lots of catmint. Definitely could be the time of year too. You have a little teepee in the corner. And then, hang on, I'm going to ask if I can go in. The garden has been left unattended, so I'm coming in. Let's have a little look in. Oh, look. There's sweet little, like, kids' artwork on the wall. And then this looks like it would all fold up. Is this upcycled lockers? Because if I come in here, we have like a kids, like a jungle gym. Oh no, I've just spotted something that I don't like. Is it peel and stick floor in a show garden? No, it's lino. It's lino Richie. Now, I did lino in the bathroom, but for a show garden, should it be tile? Am I critiquing chippy paint? No, I'm being harsh. This looks like it's an upcycled locker or something, and that it all folds into it. Even the tables, actually, it must be an old school thing, because look at the legs on the tables. That's really cool. We love an upcycle. I'm seeing a lot of upcycling, which is great. Now over here, this is cool, but would your legs, I would 100% dip my feet in this. If you look underneath the chair, there's a pond with pumps. I would put my feet in that 100%. Give me a few pints of Guinness in the garden and my feet are going in that. I will have swampy feet. I don't think I'm a fan of that. Are we? I'm not sure. Lovely planting. I love these pinky peachy foxgloves. Just be hard to kind of get them in that colour. Any of the ones I have that have self-seeded are all just like purple. So there's a look at the garden from this angle. I love the tile actually. Is it like a limestone? And then we have this for the drain. So this is running off the pond that's here. I have another garden here. I have to be careful because there is some judging. The Future in Mind garden, Joe Eustace, and sponsor Mental Health Commission. And this is garden number 12. So let's have a little look now. Straight away, the colours of this. I love the colours. So we've got a bit of a like orange and white theme and yellow. I do love the colour scheme of this. I'm going to be careful actually. I don't want to film people without their consent, but this planting is beautiful. We've got some white foxgloves in the back, and then I think cow parsley, and then these stones features, they are quite nice, but would we have them in our garden? I don't know. But planting inspiration, this is beautiful. We have Geum Totally Tangerine. I actually love the combination of the Geum with the cow parsley, and also Geum is buzzing with bumblebees, which is great to see. I love the planting in this. I actually think this is like my favourite planting, but my overall garden winner is the Fingal one. But this one is absolutely beautiful planting, and I love the rock path as well. So we've got like a reclaimed path, and we have water then as well. So apologies for the background noise. I just actually spotted there is a reclaimed like bricks. So that's a good idea for a path if anyone needs it. So there is a proper shot of it. Okay, we have another garden, and this one I'm noticing a little bit of a plant trend. Now I do see lupins in the corner, and I have not seen a lupin yet. I've got a lovely pink and purple combination in this one. I'm seeing a lot of that rusty metal. I know there's a proper name for that, but I'm gonna call it rusty metal. Pond. Right, let's have a walk around. Oh, there's loads of lupins here actually. Don't know if you can see. There's some gorgeous purple lupins here. We've got some lovely white foxgloves. Now, I like what they've done here. There is like a sunken seating area. I don't know about you. I feel like you'd need really good drainage for a sunken seating area. We have a satin pita, but it's white. A white one. Lupin. I'm not sure what that pink plant is. If you know what that pink plant is, let me know in the comment section. We have some grasses. We have a random Brunner Jack Frost, which is on its own do a clump of 3, no? This is really nice garden, but I often wonder what happens when the lupins go over. Like, is there something else? Well, I suppose I do see some salvia. Maybe they'll take over. So this is nice, but I do often wonder, with all the rain we had in winter and the flooding, would you do a sunken seating area? I suppose it feels really nice because you're immersed in it and your neighbours can't really see. So bonus points for that. And then there is drains over there, but I like it. Would you do a sunken seating area? I'm not sure. Garden details for that one is, this is the Easy Steps to Dream garden, and this is the Bord Bia Bloom. There will be a free planting plan for this on the Easy Steps to Dream garden website. They do free planting plans, so yes, they're supposed to be like very achievable. So sunken seating, yeah, I'm trying to get my head around that one. I'd say it feels really nice when you're sitting in it, but from a practical point of view, I don't know. So planting is really nice with the purple. Oh, sorry. Apologies, a trolley went past there. But I do wonder what will happen when the lupins pass. Also, there's a TV thing in the way now. So I'm going to move on to the next one. Now, this is a big one, and I see bicycle wheels. Now, let me get you the garden details here. So this is garden number 20. The designer is James Purdy, sponsored by Repack. And yeah, there's the details on that. Garden number 20. Love the planting. Again, very dense. We've got another geum here. We have a geum. Where are we? There. And then we have a little ranuncula. See the yellow one right there? My camera can... Will it zoom in? No. So I love this like planting that literally a weed cannot get in. It's so densely planted. And now the only thing is, can we call it an upcycle garden if all we've done is put bicycle wheels in it? I'm going to assume that maybe the path and the stone bits of wall and everything are also upcycled. I feel like the Fingal garden had way more upcycled items in it. Am I just being biased because I found my fave? I could be, but to me the only thing upcycled in that garden is the bike wheels. Bike wheel planters, or not even planters, they're used for like climbers. That hedge looks a bit dead. Maybe it's supposed to look like that, I don't know. But I still think the other one's nicer. I mean, the planting is nice. We have a lot of purple at Bloom. And there's your upcycled bike wheels. So maybe the path is reclaimed and then those pavers at the back is seats. But that's all I can see. That could potentially be upcycled. I don't know, maybe I'm being harsh. The Fingal garden had way more upcycled, recycled items. And that wasn't really their mission, it just happened, whereas this is a repack garden, so you would assume that their garden will look like theirs. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I'm just saying. I have a few of them bike wheels. Hands up who remembers the bike wheel from about a decade ago, the bike wheel wreath. I still have that bike wheel. I don't have the wreath on it, but I still have the bike wheel. Planting wise, similar to the others, we have purple iris, salvias, catmint, but the ranunculus, haven't seen anyone else do them. So there is ranunculus, but the planting is very similar. So you'd wonder, did a lot of the nurseries kind of have the same? Obviously the time of year as well. It's June bank holiday, so it's what's kind of in flower at the minute. But yeah, haven't seen one allium. Alliums were huge a couple of years ago in every flower show, and nobody has done the allium. So I think someone needs to bring back the alliums. I haven't seen one, not one allium, and they were fashionable. I'm on the run. I have escaped, and I am not supposed to be here. Everybody is setting up, but I want to go and photograph the postcard gardens. So that is what we're going to do. If you can see, but like all of the garden centres are just setting up. I'm going to try to keep the camera really steady. So I'm going to sneak over to the postcard gardens and hope that that security man doesn't catch me. Okay. Around the corner here does be where there is the postcard gardens, and also the garden nurseries have stands. Now also, see these little tents? There just be talks. So I feel like Bloom kind of reminds me of, if you've ever been to Hampton Court, there's always stages where there's talks. Like in here, if you can see over there, all them tents, there's like a food tent that is, hang on, that one there, that is the Bloom pub. But if you come over here, there's another talking stage, but this is where the postcard gardens are. And these are my favourite. So these are like community groups, and they create these little tiny gardens, but honestly the creativity that does be in them is amazing. So I'm going to show you them now. So I'm going to try and get the details. So here's one here. So this is Oranmore Tidy Towns, County Galway, and postcard garden number 1, and it's the Bat Corridor. So there is some detail there you can pause to read, but I'll also put a link that you can check them out as well. More details online. So osteospermum, have not seen an osteospermum in the show garden, but these are, I'd say, about 8 foot by 8 foot. And look at the planting they pack in. Apologies, people are still setting up. But we've got scabiosa in the back there, humming with bees. We have, I don't think it's willow, but we have a little DIY fence here. We even have trees. And what else have we got? Well, first of all, we've got this upcycled structure that looks like it's been made out of pallet wood. Isn't that cool? Like, look at the size of this and the amount of planting and detail that's in it. Okay, the next one is, this is Leaving Cert applied. So this is students. We have St. Kieran's Community School, postcard number 2, the Living Bog. So let's stand back here. Now this is just being freshly watered. Again, it's about 8 foot. I must find out the actual dimensions, but I'd say it's no more than 8 foot by 4 foot maybe. We have peat, some peat here. You'd pay good money for the peat actually. And then we have ferns. So they've replicated a bog. And then you have the detail on the wall, and also the hand painted art on the wall as well. We have some water here with the trees. So well done. Number 3. Oh, can I say this? Beganelstown. I'm saying that wrong. I'm so sorry, Carlo. Beganelstown community garden. So, this is a community garden, a landscape of transition. Postcard garden number 3. I love that they have a stone to sit on, and I imagine that this is going to go back to a community garden as well. And we have a fox here. Look at the detail of that. I wonder who made that. That's absolutely stunning, isn't it? We have some wild and weedy. And then we have our foxgloves as well. And also, these postcard gardens, they do get judged. So they get a bronze, a silver, or a gold. So let me know in the comment section which one is your favourite. Number 4, Northwest Inner City Training and Development Project, Flower of Life Garden, postcard garden number 4. Now this I love for the colour. We've got there's doves on the back wall, DIY art there, and then I love how they've used stuff. So the other ones have like a raised base. These guys have just worked with, like, on the level, put some stone down. And like, how cool is that? If you're like limited on space, or if you have like a gravel garden, we love the creativity. There's some crates over there with some plants in it. And we've got some strawberries here. And the next one, this looks like a mini show garden, doesn't it? This is Tidy Town, Killaloe, County Clare. Oh, a bee community. So this is Killaloe's Tidy Town. Oh, they have a beehive. It's a win from me. Okay, let's go in. We have beehive over here. Now, do we have any bees foraging it yet? What I love about this is densely planted, weeds cannot get in. And also we have, this is the second time I've seen that lovely purple lupin. Oh, we do have a bee. We do. I saw a bumblebee there. I love that, the burgundy coloured lupin. So I've seen that about twice, 3 times now we've seen it. And they've done that similar purple palette that we saw in the show garden. But I love this. So well done. This is a gold from me because they got the beehive in there. Now, what would give them a gold plus was if they put a skep. If they had to put a skep in, it would be like winner chicken dinner. Good job, I'm not a judge. Oh, this one has a little fairy garden. Okay, so this is St. Joseph Adolescent School in Fairview, garden number 6. Ailu, I'm saying that wrong, the Gateway Garden. So let me stand up. Straight away, we've got upcycled wooden pallets. So it looks like all the wood is upcycled. Looks like it's painted pallet wood. We have some bees. We have edibles. Oh, not like a you, a happier kind, a place to go and sometimes hide to escape whatever is on your mind. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. And look, oh, these ones make me emotional. These little stones have little messages on them, but I will cry. So, yeah, relaxation, healing, to get away from my feelings. Oh. So we have, it looks like a little bit of a fairy garden, doesn't it? And then we have edibles, and then we have perennials. Oh, this is really sweet. These ones like get me. It's going to be 10 hours long. Number 7, Special Hands Activity Garden Group Kells, County Mead. And this one, again, I love the colour. This is like just real unique and colourful and cheery. Okay, what have we got here? We have upcycled snowmen with the pots here. We have a little, again, this looks like it's all kind of recycled found materials. We have, the planting is lovely, but what's catching my eye is all these little details. We have some Barbies in the back. It's like when my niece visits, throws Barbie in the pond. And then we've got this lovely little water feature here that's making a lovely relaxing sound. So that's one of them kind of gardens that every time you look at it, you see something new. Okay, next one. Should I just blitz through the last of them? Or else we'll be here all day. Yellow Meadow Kingdom. The postcard garden number 8, Celtic Eye Art Group and Carts Farming Network, East Galway, South Roscommon. This again is very woodlandy and very boggy. And I love how, look, can you see the little wooden spiders that they've made with copper legs? Absolutely beautiful. Well done, lads. Now this one, this is a bit of me. Look at all these cups. This is Postcard Garden number 9, Cornafane GAA Health and Wellbeing Group, Cornafane, County Cavan, and it's called Community Tea. Oh my god. How cool is this? I love like something that's completely different. It's absolute legend. We've got a cup there. I'd say this is like, has everyone donated a cup? And they have just filled them up. Now I do wonder, have they put holes in the bottom for drainage? What have they done for the drainage? But I think this is so cool. Oh, I see Edward Cullen down the end. What was that movie? Anyway, oh, we have a teapot. This is cool. I need to take a picture of this. Okay, our next one is Gap Ireland Glass Community Gardens. This is the community garden that is actually near me. It's the same group. They're up at the college. And this is theirs. Now, first of all, look at that for a fencing. Now that is clever. And it looks pretty too. It's got like dead Christmas tree in it. Love the planting. I love this edge. Now if you're looking for an idea on like the edge of a border, I like that. and I'm sure it's very nature friendly too. We have lovely planting, and again, I always like looking at the art on the back of the wall. This is really sweet. I think for me the takeaway thing is the fence. Very clever. Very clever. Okay, we have St Matthew's National School, Sandymount, Dublin 4, postcard number 11. No, they are Sandymount, Dublin 4. So they are the famous chimneys in Dublin. I love this because can you see there's a rainbow? Apologies if the mic is picking up on wind. So this looks like rainbow planting here, and I just think that is really creative, and I have not seen that anywhere else. They've also, because Sandymount is by the sea, we have sea planting. So this is a gold from me. Love the backdrop. I think that is really sweet. Well done, lads. We now have number 12, Kids of Tramore Pottery, Tramore, County Waterford. I'm not going to pronounce it because it's in Irish. Something in Sandhills. So this is a beach one. Now this is, very sweet. So look at all of the little ceramics on the floor. Now look, we have a lovely little sign here. Okay, so the last two here. So we've got this one here. This is by the female prisoners in Mountjoy Prison. Amazing. We love that you can have a gardening club in there. And then we have Ashburn, County Meath Ash 2020 by Century CLG. This is number 14. This is giving planting for birds. We've got bat box on the wall, robins, blue tits. I'm not sure what the sieve is on the wall there. And then we have, now they haven't done anything with the planting at the bottom. Like, I would have used this space now, but we have nice planting there, and they've interplanted edibles, I've just noticed down here as well. So that is the postcard gardens. Now another in here is, I think that's going to be a talk stage, is it? Oh, demonstrations. So yeah, you don't see a lot of this at the likes of Chelsea, but you do see it at other RHS events, like demonstrations. So you have like, okay, Thursday, how to make a flower crown. There's a couple of those workshops, floral art demo. Yeah, so there's loads of workshops, but then you have actual talks as well. So there's lots of different stages where there is talks. And then in here, there is the florists. So they're just setting up. I can't go in there, but there is florists in there. So now, here is my other favourite piece of the garden, because these are the plant nurseries, and each of them have a little mini garden. And honestly, sometimes these are nicer than the show gardens. So you're looking at maybe 10 foot by 6 foot, 8 by 8. I'm not sure. I go by is the size of my greenhouse. My greenhouse is 8 foot by 8 foot. Like, look at all of that planting for that size, and look how dense and packed in it is. So these also get judged as well. So they can get a silver, bronze, gold, and I just think sometimes these to be just as nice, if not nicer, than the actual show garden. So this is Boyne Garden and Garden Centre and Nursery. I actually got geraniums off them last year at the plant fair. This one is Kells Bay. They must do like ferns. A lot of the nursery sellers here would be more specialist, but you can get some good deals, like, and you're kind of supporting the smaller nurseries. And then I always find nurseries that I can then visit. This one here is quite nice. We have a bit of a rockery. Oh, so they must sell like the succulents and stuff. And there's lots of mosses as well. We like that one. Let me see if there's more here. So this is Flower Farmers of Ireland. Oh, actually these ladies, they sell cut flower bouquets. I remember last year I came with Lily on the Sunday and they had cut flowers for sale. And they're reasonably priced. They're like around €20. Like, how beautiful is this? You know what I don't see a lot of in the show gardens? Peonies and roses. Formal planting, you don't really see as much. But how beautiful are these? I've also just noticed sweet peas. What are the people doing to get the sweet peas? like looking so good, because my sweet peas are not looking like that. Is irishplants.ie. This is their display. So this one's a bit lower. We've got lots of heather mixed in here. I love the colour. Very consistent colouring. Love the osteospermums that have been picked. How nice is that? Now that's an unusual plant that I have not seen. It looks like it's a type of primula just from looking at the leaves. Can you see it? Now I haven't seen one of them in the Elsh Show Gardens. Oh, I've also just noticed there's like a wooden sculpture there. My God, what a lovely sunny day to be walking around looking at these. So you'll see here that the nurseries, they also sell the plants. So we have the display, and then behind their tent is their like stock area, and then this is where you can purchase the plants on the day, and they usually have offers. Obviously, I mean, they can't be giving them away for free, but you can usually get a couple of offers. This garden here, do you know what? Verbena, that's another plant you don't see a lot of in the show gardens. Like, I know the verbena probably flowers around July time, but that's the first verbena I've seen in ages. I didn't see any in the show gardens. So I'm going to bring it right way down the end. Now I do have, oh no, there's a security person. I might get kicked out. I am trespassing. Now look at this, right? So this is a florist. So 3 gates, nursery and florist. This is the first proper formal display. This is what I imagine like a Jane Austen garden. I love this. So we have roses also. Where are they getting the dahlias this time of year? This planting is beautiful. Is that a chrysanthemum as well? Now there's a plant here. I think it's a dahlia. See the purple one? Now this has caught my eye. I'm going to take my camera out on this one. This is a Jane Austen garden if ever I saw one. Next one, I don't know where they're getting the dahlias from. We have Dahlia I can't say it. Cochineal? Surprise Louise. We have bees on them. Love to see it. So dahlias, 2 varieties here. We've got a pink at the back, and then we have Nepeta. Nice combination. And this is from stand number 4, Woodview Plants. I've never heard of them before, so I wonder where they now. Also, I love this little water thing down here with a little bird feature. It's very sweet. But I'm very surprised to see dahlias. Oh, we have a lovely bit of rose here. I'm not seeing many roses anymore in the show gardens. So this is Night Park Nursery, another nursery that I have not heard of. Oh, actually, they have dahlias over there. Now, I don't think I can purchase anything today because technically it's not open. I love this. Very wildy. Got lots of fern, bit of shade. Oh, so Night Park Nursery. There is a nursery that does specialise in shady plants. Now, oh, Kilmurray Nursery. I have bought off these, and they were also on the telly. If anyone saw that, was it Homegrown? I think they were on it. They have, I think they're down in Wexford or down that direction. So, yeah, I've bought off them before. Now we have some poppies about to open. I say they'll open with the lovely sunny weather. We have lovely tall foxgloves. Oh, I love to see a hardy geranium. Now, any geranium dreamland. Please remember that name because that is the one that I have in the garden. And then, oh, is this the pink flower? Oh no, I'm not saying it right. Lichenous Hills Ground. Oh, I'm not saying it right. But I've seen a lot of that plant in the show gardens, but I'm not really a fan of that pink plant. I wouldn't put it in my garden. Well, it doesn't go with the colours, but I love the bit of sea holly here. Now this is the kind of planting I like that's a bit whimsical. So we've got Aquilegia. What else have we got? There's another Aquilegia there. Oh, this is an Erigeron, Beach Boy Blue. It has a lovely large flowering head on it compared to I've like the common one. We have Lupin the Chatelaine, and then I love these ones here that look like buttercups. Can you see them? I don't think that's the name. Could be, I'm not sure. And then we have, oh, I'm not sure what that one is there. See these ones? I'm not a fan of these. These don't excite me. But yeah, that's a beautiful display. I love the height in the middle. Now we also have, I don't know if you can see, a pink tractor. Is what will be the shopping area, which I am cutting through, and yeah, so all around here is shops. Oh, it is so hot in here, so everybody is setting up like their little stall and their stand, so I'm just gonna nip out. Okay, so this is more outdoor shopping, but as you can see it's a building site and I don't have a high vis on, so I may get in trouble, but I am heading to the exit. You enjoyed. I'm about to get kicked out. I hope. There's the Rangers. Actually, hang on, I might be able to get into the coffee shop. Hang on. Mama's gonna do me for copyright. When you go for me. You don't want to hear me sing. I did film an outro, but I don't think my mic was connected. But Celine Dion was belting in the background, so I don't know if the copyright would do me. Celine, don't do me for copyright. I am a fan. Caramel latte. Let me know what was your favourite show garden. Mine, you already know what my favourite one is, the Fingal garden, but I am a little bit biased. Disclaimer, I am a Fingal beekeeper, that is my association, but I just thought their garden was beautiful and I love how everything was recycled. I think my favourite postcard garden, I think I really like the willow weaved little mini fence. I thought that was like really creative and something you could possibly do in your own garden. Then as for the displays, the Jane Austen nursery display, the one that was very formal because it stood out because you don't see that. And also Elmgrove's pink tractor with peonies. And I was chatting to the guy from Elmgrove and he was saying that the reason why a lot of the gardeners probably don't do peonies and roses is because they're more temperamental in a show garden. You have to deadhead them. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh my God. Can you see the little squirrel? Well, I am in Phoenix Park. There's a little squirrel going over there. Oh, I'll try zoom in. So that's why he was saying about the roses and the formal gardens, is because when it comes to doing a show garden, they're more temperamental and you're constantly deadheading them and faffing them. Because in my head I'm like, oh, roses are so easy to grow, but from a show garden point of view, that makes a lot of sense. I know this video was a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I didn't get kicked out. And I don't think I've been barred. I did see Carol from Bord Bia because I have previously worked with Bord Bia. So she was like, you'll be fine. Just put a high vis on, but I couldn't find one. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you in the next one.